Yo, everything sound good? I need to bring up the chat on my phone. Sorry about that. Just all right. Yo, what's up, little toxic? Chillin', chillin'. Sorry about coughing, but let's talk. Let's see if we can get some more people in here. Get some people talking. Get going. So I did get Red Dead already. I played a couple hours of it, but I actually had some classes today, so I wasn't able to fully get into it. But I'm gonna play tonight after this. Going really well. Thank you for asking, Little Toxic. How are you doing? I just came back from jujitsu, so I'm like tired, but I wanted to stream for a bit and then probably play a little Red Dead and hit the bed and see how that goes. But so far Red Dead has been really good. It's been really how would I describe it? It's it's cool seeing it because it's a game that's very perceptive based. Like you're essentially playing a bad guy, which is cool in a way, but you're given the choices of making semi good options. Like right off the bat in the first 40 minutes, you're given the option to let someone go or kill them. And I got into character, or not really. I weighed the decisions in my mind, and I was like, well, this guy's like pretty much a bandit. He's harming innocent people, so fuck it. Like an evil and an evil don't cancel out, but if he's out there in the world, he's probably just gonna do more evil. Oh shit, that's dope. An Akatsuki robe? I have not dressed up for Halloween in a minute, but soon, hopefully. Yeah, it's really cool so far. I've only played like 2 hours, but then I had to get ready for class, so I put the controller down, but I'm gonna play more tonight for sure. Mesquito J, what's up, guys? What you guys want to talk about? By the way, well, okay, my screen's showing and everything. We're good, but someone recommended me this manga the other day, his story. Um, there we go. Written by Hitoshi Iwaki. Yeah, he did Parasite. His story written by the same guy who did Parasite, and currently it's on hiatus, I believe. Yeah, been going since 2003 to present, and there's only, I believe, like 111 chapters out, but it is so good. If you like history manga that deals with Greco-Roman time, Aristotle, the Macedonians, Alexander the Great, it's really really good. And our main character, his name's really hard to say. I don't even know how to pronounce it honestly. It's with an E. It's right here. I'm saying it right now. Um, really really badass. He's very logical. He's essentially like a philosopher and like he's imagine training your mind to be like an Aristotle, but you're given that at birth. He's a genius in the sense of prodigy, and not just in logic and philosophy and engineering and battle and horse riding and everything. And it's so fucking sick. And I'm already like 50 something chapters in. So very good. Oh, let me turn off my phone alarm real quick. What's my favorite manga besides Vagabond and Hunter x Hunter? And did you or are you getting? Oh, the what? How do you even pronounce that? Aposims. I don't know yet. Maybe in the future, but as of now, I don't think I'm getting it. But my favorite manga, uh, besides Vagabond and Hunter x Hunter, has to be Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. Oh, and Kingdom probably is up there as well. I love Kingdom. So Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, right here, doesn't really have a good. Oh, I guess it doesn't really have a good wiki. This doesn't seem like the right one. I will go to my anime list. Right here, it's rated 8.51. But should be way higher than that in my opinion. This series is, I believe, 10 volumes long. It's amazing. The characters are very real. They change dramatically throughout the story. The story is intriguing. The dynamics between the characters are great. The fighting, the power system is really cool. The art isn't its strongest point. I think that's where a lot of people kind of drop this series. Let's hope we don't get anything not safe for work here. But the artwork isn't the best, as you can see here. It doesn't look. I'm not really a stickler for art. Like I don't care really. I just really want a good power system, a good cast of characters, and a good story. So it didn't bother me much. But there's people that get really, um, you know, really won't read anything if the artwork is sketchy or the lines aren't thick enough or whatever. There's people with certain criteria for manga. Thoughts on Red Dead so far? I've only played 2 hours, but it's really, really fucking good. Um, right now, 2 hours in, I think I'm about 2 hours in. It's very linear in a sense where I haven't opened up the whole open world aspect of it yet. I'm still kind of doing the introduction stuff, which is good because there's a lot of mechanics you need to know. But when you think of like Skyrim, where like you literally have to play like the first 15 minutes and then you're boom thrust into the world. That's how I was expecting this game to be, but it's a lot. There's a lot more to learn, I guess, before they actually throw you out into this world. Let's read some more. Hello, hello, guys. Thank you guys for jumping in. We already have 15 people in here. Thank you guys for talking about manga, chilling, ask questions. We will talk. Oh, another thing, guys. Another manga that I'm really liking is called Cross Game, that I just read the first 3 volumes of in the omnibus edition. It's so very good, guys. Let me just go to Amazon and show you guys. Sorry for staying for about 5 minutes. My phone's gonna die. How long are you streaming for? I'll probably only stream for a little bit, maybe like an hour or so, and then I'm gonna head out. But thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, great characters is honestly my weakness too, but not just, but obviously when you say great, you have more definitions of great, but definitely relatable, uh, dynamic, and I think real in a sense. Like there's some characters where you put yourself in that position, and would they really do that? Or there's characters where if characters have points of weaknesses where you feel like honestly there's moments in life where you're weak and your self control isn't the best, and if a character displays that weakness, I like them even more. Mizukami is a great writer though. Mizukami, yeah, definitely. I don't know why I was googling. Oh, I was going over here to look up Cross Game, show you guys. I really, guys, this volume right here, if you want something to read right now, I wouldn't recommend buying it for this price though. See if you can get it way cheaper. I got it for like $4. Well, you can take a gamble here and buy it used. It says good, but it's probably not going to be very good. It's probably going to be pretty bad, but you're only paying like $5. But it was amazing, guys. Very heartwarming, heart wrenching. It hurt me. There was not a plot twist, but something happens in the first like 8 chapters, and you kind of see it coming. And it's like that train, you know. You see it coming, but you're just hoping it's not going to happen. And when it does happen, it still hits you, even though you predicted it, just simply because you're already very attached to the characters. Why didn't you pull me into this? Sorry, Jen. I don't know. I don't actually know how I would get. Well, I have Google Hangouts right here open, right? I don't wait. Actually, this is that Google Hangouts that doesn't work, so I wouldn't know if I could be able to do anything right now. Sorry about that. Well, we'll see right now. I can jump in my email and see if I can get one going. Or if anything, call me right now and it'll act. See if my thing pops up and I can answer. If you like Red Dead, would you really like a Western manga called Green Blood? But sadly, no one played. Okay, I'll look that up. No publication, that sucks. But Oh, that looks pretty cool. Wow, the art is fucking amazing. Question: how do you keep affording so much manga? Do you keep a monthly budget for yourself? Yes. My budget is $100 or less. Usually, a lot of the times I go over. A lot of ways that I actually afford all this stuff is I never ever play retail, hardly ever. Sometimes I do. You'll see in my videos when I do, I'll say like I did buy this for retail, like the an example being like the 20th Century Boys Omnibus, Against Omnibus. Those are retail, but like for this, I just showed it in a pickups video. Cross game, it's going for $20, but I did not pay $20. I bought it for like $4 or $5. So a lot of the things I tend to get it very cheap. So that's how I do it. And another way that I do it is I use eBay, obviously, but I'm tending to sway away from eBay and just going on this. It's called r/manga. So let's see if this can load. It's called r/manga swap. Sorry. And right here, there's just people posting a bunch of manga deals. And a lot of the time, they're not for me. Like I would have honestly bought this one, but it's already sold, so I'm not gonna click on it. But let's look. Okay, see if this. Okay, see this one has a huge listing. So right here, like they're selling Magi 1 to 4 for $25. So that's what, like about $6 a volume essentially. That's pretty good. I'm assuming this is shipping included. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 1 to 3, $40. It's not the best deal. Death Note $35. I'm assuming that's all of Death Note. So there's just a bunch of stuff here. A lot of this stuff is usually like really good. So this is a good one right here. The Heroic Legend of Arsalan. Each volume probably goes for 10. Actually, that's not very good. It's $5 off. But you can find some really good deals. This is I usually use this a lot of the time. So I do that. I just try to find deals. I try to shop around. This one's steal from eBay. Sorry, I'll be back in like a week and a half. I'm just taking a little break, little breather, trying to get my channel is on two copyright strikes, so I'm trying to chill. And right now, one copyright strike will be gone in 5 days, so I'm just gonna not do anything, make sure I'm good, and when I come back, I'll be re-energized and making different kinds of videos. Hopefully, they won't get striked. Too bad Insidious Sweet and Mr. Steer Senpai are gone. For now, I'm assuming, but yeah, that does suck. What? When's the last time they posted? I think Insidious Sweet was like a month ago, and Mr. Steer Senpai has to be like 3 months now. I'm assuming. Yeah, 3 months ago. But they do. Mm, what can you? Again, I have watched most of these videos. It's just I don't watch on browser. I hardly ever watch anything on browser. I watch it on my phone, so a lot of these are wrong in a sense. Um, yeah, 3 months ago, but they do huge hauls, so I'm assuming he might be back within the month with another huge haul, and they'll be back gone again. But that's what this community has gotten used to in a sense. All of these bigger channels, Mr. Sir Senpai being one of the biggest, and then you have Insidious Swede and NZ Anime Manga. They have habituated you guys to being used to monthly manga hauls. So in a sense, you're already used to only getting one video a week, and then one video, not a week. I'm sorry, one video a month. And then when they slow that down and you get one video every 2 months, it doesn't seem too bad, and then all of a sudden they're not posting anymore, which sucks. But at the end of the day, no one's really making money off this. It's a passion, and eventually, things happen, passions run out. Especially with Insidious Swede, I totally understand what is going on here. I think Insidious Swede probably was making some money off of this, probably at least paying for some of his manga or most of his manga, if anything. But when your channel almost gets taken down, when years of work are almost down the drain, what he started in 2013, it really takes a toll on you. And I'm assuming he lost a lot of that drive to move forward when he knows that it can all be taken away just that easy. What happened to him? I simply assume he got burnt out or he hasn't been buying manga, so there's nothing for him to very showcase. He could do other types of videos, but I'm assuming he's not interested in doing that. That's what my assumptions. I'm too happy to see one of your streams. Thank you so much, Hunter Rogers. I am happy to see you here. NZ's been dead for a year. NZ has family problems. Oh, well, I did not know that, and my condolences, and I hope everything gets better. That sucks to have those kind of problems interrupt everything. It's horrible, but that's life. Again, that sucks. But again, NZ double A. Why did I say double A? NZ anime manga. I keep saying double A for some reason. Thank you, Emperor. You have a nice night as well. I hope you take care, and I hope you read some good manga. So what are we gonna talk about tonight, guys? I'm over here looking at the big boys channels. It's crazy. 32,000. It's just a number though, guys. Go to community. Community. I missed the Swede. Yeah, that sucks. I'm going on him. We're talking about Insidious Swede, so might as well be on his channel, right? Um, yeah, I like Insidious Swede's manga hauls. They're very, how would I say it? Crisp. They're very, uh, routine in a way. Like he has everything down to a science at this point. You know, he has his he has his recording area, has his lights, he has everything, and sit down and do it, and you know what you're getting when you click on the video. It's really good. I don't know what does that mean. Go to community. What do you mean? Friend problems. What do you mean you're having friend problems? I'm right here. And you need to we need to do your gin talk. Uh, I don't know if without Swede. I'm assuming without NZ anime manga because I'm pretty sure that's who I watched when I started. Mainly because he was the biggest name. Him and Code Provider were the biggest names when you look up like back then. They were the ones that pioneered everything. They're the ones that got big. And hey, what's up? What's up, Vest? Yeah, like back when I started, when I was like, man, I want to collect manga. I looked up on YouTube, and that was NZ Anime Manga's videos that really got me into it, and then Code Provider's videos really got me into it. Insidious, not so much. Later on, actually, when I started making videos, that's when I started noticing his channel. So I would have been here without it, but he is definitely a big pioneer in the sense where he's getting other people into it because as you see, he's been very consistent over the years and getting really. Yeah, they are anime tubers, but he had his sustain the industry halls was like the first video I ever watched on YouTube. Let's just go back here. I started collecting manga probably like 4 years ago now. So he had to have been making those 3 or 4 years ago. There we go. So this is probably like one of the videos that got me into it. I probably clicked on one of those. I was like, oh shit, look at all those volumes. Click. And then everything else is history. Because I think I did start, my first video was January 2015. So it was probably something like this. They got me into it. Everyone else keeps you going. Yeah, it's pretty much how it is. You build a community, you build people that watch you, that like your videos, that comment, that give you support, and it makes you want to keep going. It makes you want to push yourself to make better content. At least that's my case. I want to make better content, make and more enjoyable content, but at the same time make content that interests me. So I've been working on this video for the longest time. I don't know if I have the script on the computer, but talked about Vagabond and philosophy and whatnot, pseudo intellectuals, and why Vagabond isn't trying to force philosophy down your throat. Better yet, it's trying to hold your hand through it. But I haven't posted it yet, merely because I don't want to get a copyright strike, and I'm just waiting. Berserk Deluxe Edition. You want the answer to that? You want the answer to that? Am I getting the Berserk Deluxe Edition? Does this answer your question? Does this answer your question right here? Yes, I am getting the Berserk Deluxe Edition. The price has gone down. I recommend everyone pre-order it now. Just because you pre-order it does not mean you have to pay for it right away. You don't charge you until the item is actually shipped. So don't think the pre-order button means you have to pay for it as of now. No, you don't. So I would say pre-order it because you can always cancel it a week or days before if you don't have the money or whatnot. Because what you want to do is you want to guarantee you get the cheapest price. So if you pre-order it now and it's $49, if it randomly ever drops to like $30, you are guaranteed the lowest price. So that's why I recommend pre-ordering it. And I haven't had this one pre-ordered. That's really cool that they've so you see how the prices have swayed? It's the same content essentially, like it's gonna be the same thing, but this one's at 39 from 50 and this one's at 44 from 50. This one is probably gonna drop to 40 at least or under 40. So might as well pre-order it. So I'll pre-order it with one click. And there we go. So now I have both of them pre-ordered. Thank you, Rerun. Thank you for calling it a great stream. Enzy and me would always chat about weekly scans. Go pre-order it, because you're not losing anything by pre-ordering this. You're just guaranteeing yourself the cheapest price, unless, guys, unless for some weird reason you buy this. It happens. It does happen. You buy it. Let's say it drops to 35, and then it's released, and a couple of weeks later it drops to 30. It, that's you're taking that risk as well, but it does happen. It's happened to me quite a few times where things drop a couple dollars, but usually I'm not really too upset about a couple of dollars because it's not a big deal. And at the same time, it's good for me and for my channel growth in a sense to buy it when it's released because I can show it to you guys. If you guys want to know what it looks like, if you guys want to know my opinions on it, boom, it's for the channel, it's content, and I get to help you guys out. And it garners me more views, which grows the channel, which is cool and everything. You didn't let me down, Jen. Thanks, man. Thank you. Collect art books. Uh, is it? I tried to log on to write stuff earlier, but for some reason, it wasn't letting me. Yes, I got an error every time I try to go and write stuff. It must be something wrong with the site at the moment because everything else is working fine. So yeah, you see it's just loading and loading. It's not gonna work. Most likely cheaper than Amazon. That is not always the case. It is most of the time it is true, but um, for deluxe editions and for things that are not a regular volume of, I don't know, My Hero Academia, when it's a regular singular volume, nothing special about it. Your typical, how do you say it in Japanese, takaban or whatever the fuck they're called. When it's your typical paperback volume, Right Stuff is always where to go. It's always gonna have the best prices. Hell, you can buy My Hero Academia volumes for $5 on Right Stuff when they have the sales. You can buy any volume that's like this for $5 on Right Stuff when you get the sale, when the sales are up. But when it's something like, let's say, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I do believe the standard price for JoJo's volume on Right Stuff is $15. Now, on Amazon, they sway, but you can oftentimes see right here, $11.99. It's cheaper on Amazon, and you also have to remember this is going to get to you, if you have Amazon Prime at least, this is getting to you in 2 days, and you don't have to make a huge order because on Right Stuff, you always have to hit that $50 mark if you're in the US to get that free shipping, because if you're paying for shipping, you're already paying more than Amazon. Chin merch. How do you like Red Dead? Red Dead is really cool. I've played 2 hours of it. Takaban. There we go. I've played 2 hours of Red Dead. I really liked it, but I had to go to jujitsu class, so I had to put it down and go to class. But as of now, I'm still in the early stages of still being tethered down to the storyline because I haven't opened up the like when you play Skyrim, you have to play the that early like 15-20 minute segment, but once you're done there, the whole world opens up. Red Dead's a little bit different as of now where this long there's it feels like it's going to be like a 3-4 hour introduction arc where you learn all the mechanics and then they send you out into the world, which is cool, and it's been really fucking good so far. The mechanics, like riding a horse in like the snow area, is insane. Shooting feels really fulfilling. Like when you actually like the bodies when they drop, and they don't drop in one shot by the way, unless you get a headshot. But they sometimes they take 2 or 3 pistol shots to hit the ground, and it just feels so realistic when they drop. I don't know. I'm really liking it. I'm actually gonna go play after this. But honestly though, don't get me wrong. I'm really, 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 really excited for the game, and it's lived up to all my expectations so far. But maybe because I wasn't expecting it to be that good, but I did read this 3-in-1 omnibus today. I before I went to go pick it up, I laid down and I read this, and it blew me away. It was so good. This is honestly the highlight of my day. I already bought the next one, and when I finish that one, I'll buy the next one. It was so good. Cross Game is a baseball manga that deals a lot with relationships and people and uh, love for the game of baseball and love for each other, and it's really good. It handles it's a very touching story. It reminds me a lot of a lot of a series. Think of like Your Lie in April, where you get very invested in the characters and the interactions between them, and it's very heartbreaking at times. Let's see. Yeah, I take jujitsu. I just started a couple months ago. Favorite anime? Yo, what's up, Anime Uprise? Favorite anime? Man, that's hard. I don't really watch anime. That's the thing. I haven't watched anime actively for probably a couple years now. But if I have to say my favorite anime is probably Your Lie in April, simply because that's like the only anime where I've actually gone back and watched it multiple times. I think I've seen that series 3 times, and each time it's fucking, waterworks start running down my face. But it has to be Your Lie in April. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna say Your Lie in April. That is my favorite anime series ever. Keep in mind, I haven't really watched a lot of anime either. I got really into it a couple years ago, but never to like fucking Digibro status or any of those other guys who watch seasonal anime. Martial arts. This is my first martial arts. When I was a kid, I played like baseball, but that's about it. And then right now I'm 22, and I just found out there's a jujitsu class, a jujitsu place here that's really good, and it's right next to my house. So I started going a couple months ago to stay in shape and learn some self defense. But I've been going, and it's more about just getting better, if anything. That's why I really like going. I haven't read Ajin. I've read like a chapter or two, so I wouldn't really consider that as reading it because that's not enough for me to give an honest uh, answer if I like the series or not. So let's go. Anyone other than Gundam the Origin, which series do you want to complete? Other than Gundam the Origin. Okay, so let's do priority list. Let's find out together. You guys are gonna see my fucking docs. Yeah, I do write a lot, so I don't lie when I say it. I'm aspiring author. I really love writing stories. So I have all my shit. This is one I'm working on right now. It is pretty long, I think. And I've been going at this one for like a month or two. So yeah, I do that at work when I'm bored. But let's start up a new tab. How did I get into manga? First manga I ever read, probably Naruto. Watching Naruto as a little kid, and like I want to know more, and then finding the scans online, and then just from there finding out like going on the forums being like I love Naruto. What is like Naruto? And then they're like, dude, you're a dumbass. Hunter x Hunter. I'm like, what the fuck is Hunter x Hunter? And then the the slippery slope from there of just fucking manga. Let's make this bigger. So let's call this manga priorities. Okay, so Gundam the Origin. Probably number one right now. Oh, Magic the Gathering. I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid. So it's calling Astos okay with them. It's true. Played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, and then from there we grew up. And not trying to say Yu-Gi-Oh is not for only for little kids, but my friends didn't want to play anymore, so like, let's play Magic the Gathering, and I was like, what's that? And then again, another slippery slope of just now I'm in a Magic the Gathering group that plays once or it plays like twice every month. It's been really fun. So Gundam the Origin. After that, it's Vagabond, completing Vagabond next. Vinland Saga, but I only need one volume, so that's really not a big deal. Um, then from there, it'd probably be Blade of the Immortal. I think I'm missing like 3 omnibuses. Hmm. I'll think more. But let's read the chat a little bit, and I'll think more. But so far, I think this is my priority list. And then Lupin the Third. If you don't know, I'm collecting Lupin the Third, which is a really out of print manga. Currently, I think I just bought two the other day off this guy on Reddit for really cheap. Thank you so much. He sold me each volume was like $9. I think I currently have 9 volumes of the series, so I'm missing 5. So whenever they pop up for cheap, it's a cop for sure. Oh yeah, I heard you talking about writing one time, Jen. We do have that in common. I love writing. I write every day to get better because one day I want to be hopefully good enough to where one of my stories is read, good enough to be read by someone else. But I write 500 to 1,000 words a day. That is my goal. I actually haven't done my 500 words today. So after the stream, I need to do my 500 words, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and play games. Does Gundam the Origin include Wing? I'm getting no. Gundam the Origin is simply the original Gundam series that was an anime, and then they made it into a manga, and they added more detail because in the original anime there was some moments that weren't as fleshed out as in the manga. So technically the manga is like one of the best ways to read the series simply because it's a lot easier because there's more information. Yeah, writing is really fun. I started writing when I was there's my dad one time brought like this really old, we didn't have a computer in the house, or we did in my brother's room, but he brought me like a really old one of those white fat computers, and I used to write stories on there when I was a little kid. I wish I still had them. That would be really cool to look back on them. But I was a little kid, so I was like 8, and I can remember one of them. It was just like, oh, it was like I really liked fire. I was like, dude, if I had any power back then, it was like fucking fire power. That would be my go-to. And I was like, oh, this kid pulls his sword out of a dragon, and he has flame power, and he has to save the world. And I was like, typical me when I was a little kid. So try UFS. What is UFS? Is that a card game? Jasco Games. Is this it? Universal Fighting System. Oh, it's cool. You play games? Um yes. That is so fucking dumb. You play games? Um yes. I do. I play on the PlayStation. I'm playing Red Dead at the moment. I hardly ever play on there. My girlfriend hogs it up. She's playing the new Call of Duty at the moment, which I played a little bit of that. It's pretty fun. It reminds me of the good old days back in high school when you used to play Modern Warfare 2. Really, really dope shit. But mostly I play right now this game called Battle Right. I'm really addicted to it. I've been addicted to League of Legends. Everyone knows League of Legends. I've been playing Legends for about 7 years now, I'm assuming. Yeah, it came out 2009, so I started playing around 2011, 2012. But as of now, I'm really tilted with the game. I'm like hard stuck fucking gold 5, and I'm just really just not having fun anymore. So I started playing this new game called Battle Right, and I've been enjoying it a lot. The community's not as big as League, obviously, but it's been really, really fun. It's more of a to think of League of Legends, but without the farming, without all that bullshit, and just fighting. And there's actual mechanics of dodging skill shots and countering abilities. It's more of like kind of like a fighting game in a sense where you're trying to counter, you're trying to use your move to beat their move, and it's really fun. Just out of curiosity, okay, let's read. Do you like rom-com manga? Yes, I do. Is this a rom-com? The only manga that I've ever read that's like a romance. I'm assuming it's a romantic comedy. It might just be a romance series. Is man, just having a this one. I don't know if this is a romantic comedy. I think this is just romance. I like this one. I haven't bought it yet, but I'll add it to my cart. I don't want to buy it for $10. It's mainly the reason. There's another one. My Little Monster. Is that considered romantic comedy? I think I really like this one. I think I watched the anime. This is like one of the few animes I watched back then. My Little Monster. I don't think I want to own it though, but I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Did I miss a question? So just out of curiosity, is Gundam Origins Suspended Saga gonna go out of print soon? Vinland Saga, I'm gonna give you a hard no. It is not going out of print. There's been these scares where the publications haven't continued simply because there's not enough people buying them. Like I think it took us a while to get volumes 8 and 9 or something like that, where or they released a statement like, "Hey guys, if we don't get a good amount of sales, we're not going to continue releasing it." But as of now, I think everyone stepped up and everyone's been buying them. So I do not believe this will go out of print anytime soon. You're good on that, but I do think it's a really great manga that you should own if you like um, historical settings and really great characters, really badass fight scenes, great character progression. It's great. Gundam the Origins. I'm gonna give you a hard yes. I do believe it will be going out of print within the next year or two. It's my prediction at least. Some of these aren't even on Amazon Prime anymore. I think there might be another seller. So these aren't eligible for Amazon Prime, meaning I don't think it's fulfilled by them. It's fulfilled by them, but it's other sellers on Amazon. See, so this isn't even Amazon themselves. They don't even have it in stock anymore for this volume. So I would recommend picking these up slowly, and because I'm this is the reason why this is number one on my priority list is simply because I will regret this so much if I don't get these. Like in a couple years, I'll regret not buying them. I'll like kick myself for it, and then if I have to pay resell value, like imagine this. Do you know how good these are? Like how nice they are. Imagine them selling on eBay when they're out of print, $27. Imagine what each one of these is going to be worth. It's going to be bananas if they do go out of print, which I think they are. They're going to be reselling for, if not double, at least probably triple. I wouldn't doubt it. They'll be selling for $60 each. Easy. Easy in like 4 or 5 years, each one of these will be selling for $40, $50. Easy. Bought right from him, $50. So good. I placed mine on the PS4. Oh, message retracted. I don't like Blue Spring Ryan. I actually hate it, but Gundam the Origin is selling well though. Um, you think so? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think there's a market for it, but I think that market's couple of kidneys for each. Yes, I do think Gundam the Origin is selling well, but I think this is a niche market if within a niche market. And I do believe when I guarantee you when they were released, they were probably selling like wildfire simply because the Gundam fanboys are strong and their pockets are strong. Like fuck, I've built Gunpla and it's expensive, so I know they have the money there. I know they're not backing down from dropping $30 for each book. They're not. But eventually that market is going to be gone simply because the people who wanted to buy it already bought it. And when it's say you're not a Gundam fan, say you're not super into Gundam, and you see this, you're like, I want to get into it, but you're used to buying My Hero Academia volumes for $5, and you see this and it's $27. You're like, what the fuck? Like, I can buy so much other volumes of manga. I could buy like 3 volumes of My Hero Academia on Amazon prices instead of this. And I think that's when the demand is really going to come to a halt. And I think it already is, in my opinion at least. But we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Yeah, I don't think I think one a month is good. Like it's $27, but one a month it isn't really a big deal. It doesn't hurt too much. So every time I make an Amazon order, I fit one of these in there. Because if this goes out of print, I'm gonna be very sad because I don't think I'm gonna buy them for the resale value. I don't. It's it's gonna be way too much. How much manga do you currently own? Currently, I probably have okay, right here and downstairs. I was actually reorganizing my shelf from downstairs, which is a lot of shonen titles. Shonen titles alone, we're probably looking at around 300 volumes. Upstairs, where I have like my favorites, we probably have another 2 to 300. So I want to say around 7 to 800 volumes, and then I have a big box of bulk of like I have a good of like at least 100 volumes of manga that I don't want anymore that I'm gonna sell. So I probably want to say anywhere from 7 to 800 volumes. I was I was at around 1,000 and then I downsized. Man, why is everyone going on break now? You, Migs, Elias, I just got out of. Oh, I didn't know Elias was going on break. Migs, yeah, Migs is going on break. But I'm telling you guys when I'm coming back. This is a hiatus, you know. It's not like I'm fucking gonna be gone forever. Uh, yes, I do talk about my channel with people I know simply because, well, okay, let me separate this. There's my close group of friends that I play video games with from high school, and then, I'm 22 now, so that group of friends, they know simply because I started the channel, I started doing this in when I got out of high school. So like a year after high school I started doing this. And I told all of them about it, they were supportive. And then when we go to Anime Expo, if you go way back, I don't know if they're even up anymore. I have Anime Expo videos and they know I do videos. My friend, I'm trying to get him to do more videos. Well, it's fucking there's 17 people in here. Let's give him a shout out. Barry's Lair. We did that video together, and I've just been trying to get him to do more videos because he loves to draw, and this is another way for him to continue drawing. And I was like, yo, draw anime characters, draw stuff, and people watch and just give your take. Like he did, like one of his biggest videos, he did Neji's death discussion, which got views and stuff. And I was just like, hey, it's YouTube's really fun. It's really cool. Like I just want him to do more of it. So we did the collab and we're just fucking around, and it was really fun. But they know, but other people that aren't in my close group of friends, like say acquaintances or friends from school and stuff, I don't really bring it up simply because um I don't see the point in it. maybe if it comes up in a conversation, like they're like, yeah, I've been doing videos on YouTube, I'll be like, oh yeah, me too. Actually, I've been doing videos for one. Wow, it's fun. Yeah, but other than that, like it just seems weird. Like, yo, I do videos. Like I just wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't bring it up. So Toaster, do you know how many volumes in full you bought this year? No, I have no idea. Toaster, gosh, don't say that. Tagashi's caused me so much pain. Do not compare me to him. There are no parallels. Tagashi does not tell you when he's coming back. He'll tell you 8 months that he's coming. 8 months from when he leaves that he's coming back. Fuck, dude, man. Tagashi's done me dirty. Tagashi is the only man to have played with my emotions and my heart on a level that I never thought another man would, but he has. Oh, and Patrick Rothfuss. If you read books, fantasy, epic fantasy, Patrick Rothfuss has written one of my favorite books of all time. It's called Name of the Wind. It is fucking amazing. If you like anime or manga, and essentially, I've been always been a fan of badass main characters who, you know, obviously you want them to have faults, but if they can do things that other people can't do, geniuses in a sense, relatable, that's what he is. What look at these release dates. The Name of the Wind, 2007. Wise Man Sphere, 2011. All right, we're good. This doesn't count as a release because this is like a side story that's not about our main character. So, 2007 read this, 2011 read this. All right, it's 2018, dude. Where is the final book? Doors of Stone. That's Doors of Stone. No release date. We don't know when it's coming. The only thing like you really can't give them shit for is the fact that these books are really long. Okay, that wasn't what I want to click on. I wanted to go on a wiki. Give me a wiki. Give me a wiki. Okay, Doors. The first one's not very long. It's 662 pages. I say not very long because the next one's about almost 1,000 pages. But you know, he's been he's been fucking with me too. Oh, that's a low blow. Well, opinion on One Piece. Oh fuck, I just got out of that. Gotta go back to chat. Opinion on One Piece. Hmm. Huh. What do we do here? How do we this is a hard question that you just asked me simply because it's so big. It's such a large question. Okay, let me gather my thoughts for this one. How am I gonna tackle it? I just want it to end. At this point, I'm not saying I want it to end tomorrow, but I want to have a conclusion because I want, for some reason in the back of my mind, with series that run this long, that hype things up this much, in my head, I don't think it can ever come close to what we want. I don't think even if One Piece gives us the greatest ending that Oda could possibly do, he does everything right. I still don't think people will be satisfied, and that is my a broad. That's like my broad opinion. My concise opinion is One Piece is good. One Piece is a tad overrated. Yes. Am I caught up with One Piece? No, I am not reading Wano. I believe finished what was it called? The Big Mama arc where Luffy just fought that one dude, sharp teeth dude. I really don't know his name. I'm not reading Wano. I'm gonna wait because they're at like chapter 920, right? So I want to wait to at least Wano concludes or chapter 1000. So, but not chapter 1000, probably like chapter 997, and then I'll binge it all so that I can be ready for chapter 1000 because he has to do something epic at chapter 1000. That is my current thoughts on One Piece. It's good, a tad overrated. I don't want to say it's good. It's great. It is great for a shonen. It's amazing. Tad overrated. That's it. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting simply because just I don't like being week by week. I like reading a lot. I like binging. Good morning, Danny D. Well, it's nighttime for me, but good morning for you. You just need to wear Jin. Oh, later anime uprise. Okay. Oh yeah, it's true. Jen, are you ever gonna do normal videos? It's just gonna be live streams forever. Did you watch Anime Man's Top 100 Manga? No, I watched a little bit of it, and I didn't agree with like any of it, but obviously, I'm not going to because your my subjective rationale on manga and my perspective on manga is not going to be the same as the mob's opinion of manga, and you have to know that going into these kind of videos. No matter what, unless you are completely in tune, you're completely in the high, like connected to the hive mind, this list is not going to be not going to be anywhere close to your internal list. No. So I watched a little bit of it. You can see there, but it was like 48 minutes, and I was like, all right, cool. And a lot of it's like, all right. And then at some points, it's like, this is what people think. Like, fuck. All right, people. This is not to be like a fucking pessimist or thinking down on our people, but the majority of the population, we're not the smartest when it comes to overall intellect. I think it's always been a case with history and whatnot that we put these people on a pedestal, these very intelligent people, simply because they're much greater than us, and that doesn't always have to be with the fact that they're so much smarter than us. It's just we're just dumb, you know. We are just dumb. Not saying you guys are dumb, but the majority of us are, and these kind of videos prove that. I'll be happy with whatever ending he gives us. Yeah, same here. How do I send you Pluto? First of all, do you live in the U.S., Vest? Because if you don't, we're just gonna scrap it all because shipping is ridiculous if we're not both in the U.S. So message retracted. Sorry. Forever with everybody. At least Berserk was in there. Yeah, what number was it? But Berserk being number, like if you go to this is what I wanted to do on the last one. Let's get some more people talking in here. What is it? Manga list? Yeah, something like that. Top manga. We are just dumb. It's true though. We are just dumb a lot of the time. Want to know? Yes, 11. See, okay, perfect. You have the volumes. How much do you want for them? And if I can do your price, I'll be more than happy to buy them. Do you try manga or webtoons? Perfect question. Perfect question. Um, Manga or manga? Manga? I can't really. Oh, manga. Okay, got you. Favorite manga? The Breaker. Favorite manga? The Breaker. That is my favorite manga of all time. Um, I don't know if it's gonna be. Let's see, fight scene. I used to have this fight scene on my phone because it was like the fluidity of how he captures a fight scene in martial arts. Oh god. Oh god. Images. Okay, let's look at these. These aren't the ones I'm thinking of, but okay, this doesn't count because this is an OPS character. So he just walks through them and fucks them all up. I'm trying to find. Look at the art on that. This guy's a motherfucker, by the way. He is. So let's look at some of this art, boys. That's a good one too. Look at that. Look at the form and everything and the impact, and you can see the reaction of what it caused. Fucking good. And web before we show more of this, I want to show more art. Hopefully I can find the one, but let's tackle the webtoon part. Webtoon. Why am I putting webtoon? Tower of God. My favorite webtoon of all time is Tower of God. I highly recommend anyone to read this if you are burnt out on manga, if you want something long, read Tower of God. It is a fantastic series. Words cannot describe how 9.8 9.82 9.82, 0.18 off of a perfect score, and I completely agree with that. This world, think of like, this world is so massive. It is so fucking massive. This, better than One Piece. Better than One Piece. I said it. Fight me. I said it. Better than One Piece. 404 chapters. better than what? Hold up. Let's not click on that. I don't think I've read these two. Or no, I have. I haven't read this one. This came out October 21st. I haven't read it. They said part 3. Ooh, of Breaker. You're lying, dude. Don't lie to me. You're gonna play with my emotions. Cause we've been waiting for that for 4 years now, right? The Breaker New Waves. When did that finish? New Waves. Don't lie to me. Don't. No, this is just a Breaker. Where's New Waves? New Waves. Original run. 2015. Yeah. So we've been waiting for 3 years. So if it comes out in 2019, 2019 is a good year, guys. $30? Fuck, dude, I'll take it. Holy hell! Thank you so much for the great deal. I will contact you. Um, I will message you. Do you have Twitter? Can we talk to Twitter? Sorry about that. Can we talk to Twitter? Or if you can't talk to me through Twitter, just send me an email. Send me an email. Any of you guys can go ahead and use that email. If you guys ever want to talk to me, go ahead and save that. Let me go read up in the chat. I just went on a tangent because of Breaker, and or now he's telling me that's coming back in 2019. Okay, yeah, because he's doing Trinity Wonder. I'm gonna go read Trinity Wonder, but I haven't read it simply because there's a bad taste in my mouth. There's a bad taste in my mouth because I just wanted. I know that that was your side project, but the fact that that was the reason why I wasn't getting Breaker New Waves pissed me off, And I was like, I'm not reading that. Okay, let's go up. I got on a tangent. Let's go up. 4. They hate Mal manga, but Mal isn't that bad. No, it isn't. This list is good. Is really good. Anyone that says this list is horrible, I don't agree with number one. I don't. I don't think Berserk is the best manga to have ever been written. But this isn't a bad list. It's not. It's a fairly good list. If the general populace thinks this, the general populace of manga, they're pretty fucking good. I don't know if this was reflected in the Anime Man's video. If it was, then hey, yeah, it's pretty good. But it's just because there was top 100, and there was a lot of series that I thought were way better than the series that were above them. And I was just like, yeah, I can't watch this anymore. Maybe I'll watch it later when I have nothing to do. I don't think Berserk is number one. I completely understand why people think it's number one. I think it's mostly, though, just a shock and awe factor. A lot of people consider this their number one series of all time simply because of what happened in the Golden Age arc, because of how shocking that plot twist was. And I don't think that's a good reason for it to be number one, in my opinion. JoJo, I haven't read Steel Ball Run, so pretty sure this is a good number two. Fullmetal Alchemist, really good. Monster, really, really fucking good. One Piece, really good. Poon Poon, really good if you're a sad boy, but it is a really good series. Grand Blue, I'm not into ecchi, but a comedy series. This is where they get me. Vagabond, 8.98. I don't know. Kingdom, 8.97. I think Vagabond and Kingdom should be up here. Top 5. Top 5 for sure. The thing is, I can't really say anything about JoJo Steel Ball Run because I haven't read it, but I think Vagabond is better than Berserk, and I think Kingdom is better than Berserk. Honest opinions right there. Made in Abyss. I still need to read that. Slam Dunk is amazing. I don't know what that is, but it is really popular. No idea what that is. I feel like Tower God is more comparable to Hunter x Hunter. BAM does have a lot of parallels to Gone. Yes. The world is, yeah, I can see why you say that. I can definitely see why you can compare it to Hunter x Hunter. The only thing is Bam. Okay, this is the only thing where that's off is there's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of similarities there because Gong and Bam are both very very innocent people to begin with, and they're very innately strong. The world is very vast. The characters and the power levels are very 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 skewed in all directions, but Bam is way more integral to the overall story and world of Tower of God than Gon is. Gon is, if you think about it, the end of the Chimera Antarch, Gong isn't even that integral. It's more of just a revenge plot, and he got one of the knights. It's like he was never even to take down the king, you know? And in that sense, it's like in Tower of God, they're building him up to be this, God slayer. So that's where I see them different. New Waves. Yes, I like New Waves. I think that a lot of people didn't like it simply because of it was very slow, but I feel like that slow build up really paid off towards the end of the series because you have to really it's one of those series where you have to be okay with him being weak for a while, and you have to kind of revel in other people's strength and seeing them be really badass. But he does really spark at the end, and then the series wraps up, and we need part three, and we're left with the punch in the stomach. Do I ever buy on OfferUp? Is that like an app or something to buy manga? If so, I've never used it. I like the Conviction arc more. Yeah, but I think between hype and anti-hype, Berserk gets either bitter nays or fanboy praise. Personally, I don't think it deserves something a little less than hype for the messed up things. Yeah, it's my number two. I would definitely have it probably. I don't know. I don't honestly. I don't know if it'd be in top 10, but that's obviously it's personal preference. Bro, why is it that after I buy manga, I feel empty? God, it's the journey. This is always a philosophical dilemma, and it's very cringy where people say, bro, it's not the destination, it's the journey. But it is so true. And when buying manga, this is why there's a difference between buying all of it in one go and then wasting a lot of money or buying it slowly. Obviously you're always going to want to do the buy all of it because you just want it now. But the journey of getting it slowly, you get fulfilled every week, like, all right, I'm getting there, I'm getting there, I'm getting at the progression. And then when you're done, you had this long journey that you can look back on. You're like, all right, I'm done. And even then, you still kind of get a little bummed out. That is, there's a really cool uh, philosophical idea. Well, it's first of all, I forget his name. His name's like Nietzsche. I don't know how to pronounce it. He's German. He deals with nihilism, and nihilism is that nothing matters. But people tend to take that as fucking if nothing matters. There's those people you'll meet these people in life where they're like nothing really matters. Is who gives a fuck? Nothing matters. So who cares? And it's true because at the end of the day, nothing does matter because it's all perspective based. What matters to you does not matter to the next person, so it's not universal. And if it's not universal, technically it's not really true. So once you realize that nothing matters, you have to realize that the only things that matter are what matters to you, and you build your life around that. As long as you're not hurting other people in the process, you're good. So then he goes on to say that you should do something like artistic or of that matter, because something like that you never hit an end goal. Like what you're saying is you feel empty. If you never have an end goal, like with drawing or playing the guitar or doing something like that or writing, you're never gonna be the best because you're never gonna be like, yeah, I'm the best ever. Like that's it. No, because you can always get better, and that's a way to kind of go against that. So I went on a ramble, but rant. But let's go back to the questions. Old Shaman's here. That is Old Shaman. If you don't already know, that is out of print God, and he's gonna give me all of his Fists of the North Star full colors. I don't know how to explain this, but do you ever feel like that manga and webtoons pacing or maybe main character one is different? Yeah, it is. Webtoons for sure, because mainly because there's no cancellation in sight for that. At least with webtoons, I don't think there's really no wall of capital in a sense. Where with webtoons, you just really need to draw it. If anything, you can do it in your free time and then post it online to a site, and I'm pretty sure any site will take you. They're like, a webtoon, cool, we'll give you this much money, boom, go. With manga, there's the fear of cancellation. You're in a shonen jump, you're in this, you need to, oh, I really want to develop these characters, but that'll take way too long, and people will get way too bored. They'll lose interest. I'll lose fans. I'll lose rating, and I'll get kicked out, and I'm on the street, and I'm homeless. So I think that has a lot to do with it. It's a different ecosystem. What's the weirdest thing I do? I don't really do anything weird. I think the general consensus would be collecting manga or collecting books on the rate that I do. I'm a big collector, so I don't think this is normal. Society doesn't see it as normal having libraries, but I always thought it would be really cool to have a library of books and library of manga. I think we need to set up your heart and wallet on a date that can stop being empty. True, true. Buying slowly feel it does. It's a journey again. Golden Age Berserk takes a huge nosedive. Yeah, that's a big consensus too. Or maybe main characters are too OP. I don't know, but there's something satisfying about it. The build up, yeah, definitely. With a Breaker, there's a huge build up. This feels like a philosophy. I'm a philosophy major. I've taken like 7 courses. Sorry, and I read a lot of philosophy on my own time. Sorry about that. I just went on a rant, but that's what I really like. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing it. I'm a philosophy major, but I'm getting my credential to teach. So I want to teach high school, and if that ever opens up, like if ever I want to teach either history or math. They're telling me to go into math because there's always where I'm at. There's always jobs for math teachers, so I'll probably get my credential in mathematics and then teach that in high school. And if they ever open up, if like the government ever gives us any more like spending money and they're like, yo, we can get new electives, I will 100% push for a philosophy class because I do think that's what our country needs. We really need people to learn about that because if you learn about it in high school, you're way more prepared for real life. I love the Golden Age arc, but the Quincy arc is where I found myself flipping through. Yeah, it's different for all of us. There's always gonna be those arcs where you really get addicted to, you really love, and it's all subjective. Yeah, true. Power creeps and power scales are very very detrimental to shonen manga specifically because it has to do with power systems, power getting more powerful. Main character wants to be more powerful to defeat this guy, and when done right, it's great. One Piece does it. That's why One Piece is right here. That's why Full Metal Alchemist is here. I think Full Metal Alchemist is above One Piece simply because their power system is one of the best ever. Because there is a set rule. There are set parameters of what you can do, and hey, if you want to break those if you want to break them, there's going to be consequences, there's going to be repercussions. So that is great. That is why Full Metal Alchemist is one of the best power systems. Your words just remind Bakuman. I haven't read Bakuman in so long, but I do. I'm assuming you're right about that. Well, yeah, you have to be. But I haven't read that in, I want to say, 5 years, and I don't even think I ever finished it. I think I got like 15 volumes in or something. But this is a series that I want to go back and read. I don't necessarily know if I want to own it though. But if this box set ever does dip, because at one point this thing was like $60. So I think if it ever does drop to 60, I will pick it up, or like 70. Because right now it's under, no, with tax and everything, even with the coupon. Math, yeah, math is versatile. Top 5 mangakas, do a video on that? I should, and I will. I will. You got me. I'll do that in the future. Oh, someone said, oh my god, I missed one. Someone said collection video when? End of the year. We will do the collection video at the end of the year. There's too many manga series that I need to complete that I want to have nice on the shelf for everyone to see. And not even end of the year. This is a goal for myself. I do not want to make a manga collection video without having read at least 75% of my collection. I don't want to make a video and just go, haven't read it. Next one. I read like the first volume, but it was pretty good. It has 10 volumes of that series, which I'm doing right now. You know, there's series that I have like 5 volumes of and I haven't touched. I just don't want to do that. I want to make a manga collection video where I know what the fuck the series is about. I know my opinion on the series, and I give you them. That's what I want to do. Platinum End. I read the first 3 volumes of it and I dropped it because I don't like being caught up with series. I don't like reading series on like a weekly basis. So I think I was caught up to the weekly releases. I dropped it and from then I haven't picked it back up yet. And I've only been hearing bad things, so that's kind of pushing me away from it. But eventually I will go back when I have the time, but it's really not on my priority list. Damn, you're doing it right, Mescale. You've read all of your collection. That is doing it right, in my opinion. If you have a collection and if you read everything, you are looking in tip-top shape right now. Let's look at more of these fight scenes. Ask some questions to guys. Let's talk about stuff on here. Thank you everyone who's in here. If you haven't asked a question about manga or talking about manga, do so. Please. It's really cool. The world of Murim. This world is really cool. Look at that. Look at the fluidity and how he draws. Like you can actually like pace his movements. And it says foot technique. They will like before this actually happened, there was like a whole training of like, oh, you got to do this, and he was practicing. I remember that scene. He was like practicing, walking down the street doing it, and then he actually puts it to use, and it is art's brilliant the way he captures it. What do I think about Blame? I haven't read it yet, but that is on my list because they're in these really cool hardcover editions, I believe, right? They're like really expensive. So after I'm caught up with like a lot of stuff. Oh look, the box set's here, guys. Side note, box set still in stock. Everyone's having a freak out when they restocked it, and they're like, "Guys, quick! It's gonna go out of stock fast." And it's like, could have happened, but it didn't. It did go out of stock really fast the first time. Sad thing about this, you're like, Tosha Cat, why don't you have this box set? This seems like something you would have. How come you don't have it? Guess what, guys? I did buy it. I bought it in February when I came back to making videos on Right Stuff, and this is the only package that I've ever had lost. I paid $110 or $135 on Right Stuff, something like that. I bought it and I'll make a video on it. I have these USPS emails that tell me package lost, package lost. We're trying to find it. We're trying to find it. And they told me like, hey, you can make a claim and get your money back. But I've waited like 7 months, and I'm like, you know what? By the end of the year, I told myself at the end of the year, I will ask for my money back, or in January or something. I'll ask for my money back. I'm not hurting right now, and there's no way I can get my money back and buy it for that price. Apparently, I can almost buy it for that price, but I'll have to spend a little bit more. So I'm waiting, and no, I haven't got it yet. I haven't got my claim back yet. So when January comes around and it still doesn't get here, I'm gonna get my money back and probably. But my thought process are really fucked up. Not fucked up. It's weird where that money's gone. I've already used that money. I picture it as being lost. So now that I picture that money as being lost, I think that one of these days I'm gonna come home from like a shitty day or like I'm just like chilling and I'm gonna have to see a big box on my doorstep and I'm just gonna get really happy. That's my thought process. I invested $130 to make it so I might get a random day of happiness. That's my thought though. So I haven't read Blame. I do have his Knights of Sidonia. I have like 13 volumes of that. I'm missing the last two. This is a new one that just came out. I enjoyed Knights of Sidonia. I think I've only read like 5 volumes though. I do like the darker tone, the really good visual style that he does. He does a lot of like spreads, and I want to check this out just because I'm a sucker for hardcover manga, and yeah, I liked Knights of Sidonia, so maybe I like this. And this one sounded cooler than Knights of Sidonia. Personally, from what I read here in the synopsis, I think it sounds cooler. Yeah, I'll read the first chapter, see if I like it. Blam. It's blam. Oh, so it's like a blam, so like a gunshot blam. And I can relate because I ordered One Piece box and never got it. Last time delivered, said to damn. I hope. Will there ever be an English release for Kingdom? I hope. I hope. I hope. I don't think they will simply because there's like 50 plus volumes of Kingdom. You know what? Let's at Viz. Shueisha has the rights for it, right? Shueisha Kingdom. Who has the rights for Kingdom? Shueisha, right? Yeah, Shueisha. All right, we're good. Not Will Freddy. Why do I keep hitting spacebar? Oh, why am I? What's wrong with my spelling? Oh, I forgot the comma. Grammarly, guys. Let's see if the the Viz gods reply. Yeah, that box set, man. What manga character do you have emotional attachment to? Hmm. I think any manga that writes a good character will make me have an emotional attachment to. So as of now, the first one off the top of my head, simply because I just read it today, is Cross Game. The main character in Cross Game, all of these characters, especially all of the families that are introduced. There's two families introduced. Well, essentially one family that's a group of girls, and then our main character, which is the guy. And I have an emotional attachment to all of them already. That's how good this first volume was. And there's a tragic event that happens that really makes you cheer for them in a sense, where you want them to get better, you want them to get through this, and you want them to grow. So for sure, Cross Game, the characters in there. I don't even know the Ko. That's his name, right? Ko is the name of the main guy in there, I think. Breaker in black and white or in color. I think just black and white simply because I'm already used to it. You know, I don't want to. I think even if color would be better, we're used to black and white, so everyone's gonna be mad if it's in color. No, I will not be getting Eden Zero. I do not. I'm not a fan of Fairy Tail. I am a fan of Rave Master simply because it was my childhood, but I don't. I am not a fan of his power system, his power creep, and the way he writes battle scenes in a sense where I don't feel like any of the power ups are earned. Yeah, vertical releases so much. Vertical's too expensive. It is. It is quality though. I'm missing. Okay, guys, I need to catch up to these. What what YouTube channels do I watch? Um, YouTube channels. I watch everyone who makes manga videos. I pretty much watch them. I'm subscribed to probably everyone. Um, this isn't all gonna be right because my girlfriend, this is like swapped up because we share a lot. But I watch like the Vlog Squad, which is not the Vlog Squad per se. Uh, so if you know who David Dobrik is, watch all his videos. Really funny. So like my top ones would be David Dobrik. I watch all his videos. Anyone who does manga related videos, I watch them. I watch Max Mofa. He is the inspiration behind my boxings. I want to do something similar to that. I want to get better at editing. I want to incorporate more humor into it. As you can see, I watch this guy a lot, and a lot of this isn't really. All these videos should be completed, but I watch them on my phone. I think that's separate. So David Dobrik, Max Mofo are like my top two, and that's pretty much it. And then I'll watch Joe Rogan like podcasts, not religiously though. So every once in a while I'll watch it. I'm watching this one. This one's really good. I highly recommend. If you, I watched this guy too. What's his name? Marcus Brown. Uh, MXB something. MKHB. There we go. MKBHB. Vertical is probably one of my favorite um, publishers simply because of the quality of work they do, but it is very expensive. Maybe Trinity is in color. That's cool, but I would prefer them just stick with the black and white because don't get me wrong, color is really great and everything, but you don't need it. Look at this art. Look at that. Look at the motion. Look at everything. Oh, this is a very crucial part in the story. Good thing there's no spoilers there. Oh, we know that happens. Ooh, look at that. Come on. We don't need any color. That would be worse with color. Let's be honest there. Have you read Dead Dead Demons DDD Destruction? It's really good, but a bit weird. That is on my list. Let's let's add it to the priority list. That is for sure on a priority list. I do like Asano. Let's call it DDD. Yeah. Well, all of his manga has to be on. What am I saying? Any manga that he does is more emotional and philosophical in a sense, where dealing with characters and them growing and them going through hardships and how they deal with them, how they cope, sometimes they don't cope because that is part of life. You don't always get over things. Hopefully you do, but sometimes you don't. The reason why I haven't read it though is it's expensive. It's expensive. They're quite expensive each one. Each volume's a little over $10, right? Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah, that is quite expensive, but it should be cheaper on Right Stuff. But again, I haven't made any Right Stuff orders recently, so yeah. What's the most readable manga or manga in your opinion? The ones I've just stated. Tower of God, I've read. I want to say 2 times already. Like I caught up, and then I was up to date with it, and then I went like 5 months without reading a chapter, so I reread it. The Breaker, New Waves, I think I've read it twice, and I'm going to read it again. So for sure, The Breaker, Tower of God. Other than that, for webtoons, honestly, webtoons are usually pretty bad. There's gems. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's more. When you think of manga, and you think of trash manga. There's a lot less because there's a filter of having to get it published, it having to be pretty good. But there's still a lot of bad manga that comes out. For webtoons, I feel like that filter is not non-existent. The barrier to entry isn't there. Manga, honestly, I don't really read a lot of manga, so I would. Those are the only ones that I've reread. Maximum Ride, I think that is a manga series that the storyline is written by a famous author. Yeah, what's his name? This guy's like a super mainstream. James Patterson. He always has a fucking book out. I'm not a fan. Well, I've never read any of his work. So it's a manga series that the story is by James Patterson. The art's obviously by someone else. But I'm assuming Amazon just wants to force it down everyone's throat. I'm not sure if it's good, but it's already has a couple strikes on my book simply because it's not by someone who does manga. You know, this isn't their specific trade, so they're already not going to be the best at it, and it's quite expensive. So I wouldn't spend money on that. Have you read Happiness? I'm supposed to get that's another manga that I want to get into. Happiness is I've heard a lot of good things about it, but there's just too many things that I'm reading at the moment. Yeah, why did I think that was gonna pop up right away? The art looks amazing. The covers are phenomenal. The breathtaking. Look at that one. That one looks really cool. And I will get it soon, but I need to finish my priority list, and I will be done by the end of the year for sure. I'll have Gundam the Origin done. I'll have Vagabond close to done. Vinland Saga for sure. Blade Immortal, and so happiness. Um, let's go back here. Another one too that I want to read, but let's get back to the chat though. Applejack. Never heard of Applejack. What? Oh, I think I have heard of this. It's is it by a YouTube guy? But I haven't read it. But I think I know what you're talking about. If it's from that, he does YouTube videos, I believe. Apple Seed. Apple Seed is by the creator of Ghost in the Shell. So, it's kind of weird to describe. Okay, so it's like, what I get from this is I've only read like the first chapter or so, but it is after a what are they called? Apocalyptic future in a sense. You know, World War Three's over, and then with tech and everything. I believe he did do this before Ghost in the Shell. I'm not sure, but so you have to know that there's going to be roots of cybernetics and whatnot. But it's good. It's a classic in a way. It shaped a lot of this cybernetic medium that we see. Yeah, Appleseed's been out of print forever. What manga that can be reread the most? Reread the most? I'm gonna always say like my favorites, but just recently a series that I reread was Kingdom. This is 52 volumes long. I wouldn't watch the anime. I think Kingdom is definitely a series that can be reread more than once, simply because just how good it is, how epic the moments are. The character growth is great, and I really recommend reading Kingdom if you've never read it. It is phenomenal. Other than that, another one that comes to mind is Full Metal Alchemist, simply because it's another series that I'm rereading at the moment. But I think this one's a little more self-explanatory. It's Full Metal Alchemist. It's great. Very, very fucked up for being a shonen, and it's it's just even better. It's even better the second time. I am rereading at the moment, and I'm really, really, really fucking liking it more than I thought I was. I thought, hey, maybe my mind might make me think that it's better than it actually is. Utsubora. See what Utsubora is. Does that have an English release? I spelled manga wrong. Oh, I think I've seen that before. It looks really cool. I will definitely check it out. I don't know if new titles that will be released in 2017, but new titles that are the only really new title that I know of right now is Mob Psycho. We're getting Mob Psycho with I think like next month. Very excited for this. I really like this series. The art isn't good. Sorry about that. I had a cough, guys. The art isn't good. Isn't nowhere near good, but is very charming in a sense. And I'm very excited for this. Other than that, I don't know of anything else that we're getting. Oh well, if you don't have Knights of Sidonia and you want to get it, Knights of Sidonia, we're getting like a master edition. I don't know if it's on eBay yet. Yeah, it's on eBay. So it's coming out next year. So all those out of print singular volumes have now become, you know, fucking worthless. They're going to be 2.5 volumes each. I think they're going to be better. You should get it this way simply because hardcover's dope. It's going to be hardcover, right? It's master edition, It's not an omnibus. It's a master edition. It has to be hardcover. Oh, it's vertical. Well, yeah, they have the rights for it. But other than that, oh, what's this? Volume 1 of Amanan. See? Oh, that sounds really interesting. Let's add to my wish list. So there's a bunch of new stuff right here. Oh, Inside Mari. I've heard people talk about that. Any other series that has Kingdom's character growth on the scale of Kingdom, that's really hard because as it is, we've had 500 plus chapters of Kingdom, so it's hard to find one that can match it because you have to get a series that has that many chapters, and to do that is really really hard. But I can't think of one at the moment that's as good as that. Vagabond, obviously. So let's look down this list. Maybe we'll find one. Vagabond for sure has character growth that is not as good as Kingdom in my opinion, but it is very, very, very good. Top tier. See if we can find something. Oh, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga's character growth is amazing. If you haven't read Vinland Saga, for sure Vinland Saga, Vagabond, Hunter x Hunter's character growth is good. Hmm. Oh, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. The main character grows so much in that series. I would say those. Those are good, but honestly, it's like character growth to the level of Kingdom that's really hard because he has grown so much. Yes, but the time skips in Kingdom were really short, but they were all around there. Yeah, some I would say try Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, try Spirit Circle, anything by him if you haven't already read so because those characters grow a lot in the story. Especially yeah, Lucifer the main character grows a lot. But those are the ones that come to mind. Just my favorite ones because usually my favorite series have a lot to do with characters and character growth because that's what I love. That's what I love in a series is character growth, character progression, which is same essentially the same thing. Future Log. Why is this so expensive? It is $40 and it is a paperback. Oh, full color collection of more than 20 years of comics, cover art, promotional art, and character design from the legendary Japanese artist Manga Murata. Oh, I pre-ordered this too. This comes out at the end of the year. An invitation from a crab. Just sounded cool. Pre-ordered that. This is from the new publisher too. What's their name? Denpa. We have a new publisher called Denpa. So they're coming out. They're gonna be like the new Vertical, the new kids on the block, and they're coming out with a lot of strange things. Oh, here it is. It has a Amazon release date now, January 30th. Gambling Apocalypse Kaiji. Really interested in this. I've read the first couple chapters online. I really enjoyed it. It's my type of series. 520 pages, 1633 so far. Hopefully it drops a couple of dollars, but I am pre-ordering that. January is now looking pretty good. Kaiju. See. So if you haven't already got the 20th Century Boys Omnibus, highly recommend that right there. Such a great series so far. Really loving it. Witch Hat Atelier. No idea what this is. Comes out next year. Reminiscent of Studio Ghibli. Ooh, bold words. This is a very cliche story. Um, Essentially, she wants to be a witch, but magicians are born, not made. Very cliche, but it can, if done properly, this can be really good. Only $2 in the series, so it's gonna be a short little series. I'm gonna take a risk on that, guys. Let's go ahead and pre-order that. Not really in awe of the front cover artwork. Scary. Take a risk on that one because it's only gonna be $2, and the sounds very cliche, but if done correctly, it can be very good. I think so at least. And then they just got me with reminiscent of Studio Ghibli. Oh, voted one of the top 10 manga of the year in 2018. Hey, it's getting, good thing I pre-ordered it. Ran in the Gray World. Want to click on both of these? Let's click on this one. Oh, $2 again. This one's coming out this month. Ranuruma can't wait to grow up and become a sorceress like her mother. So with a magical pair of sneakers, this is fucking like Mike. She transforms into an adult and sets off. Her father, an older Jin, try to keep her home safe, but Ran is determined to advance her powers and have adventures of her own. See some art of this. It actually sounds really cool. Ran in the Grey World. Let's look at some images here. I don't care for reviews because reviews are don't ever matter, people. Wait, this is volume 4. Why did it say 2? I'm liking the artwork here. That looks cool. How many pages is this? 216, book 1. Let's take another risk on this one. This is next year, guys. It looks like I'm ordering a lot, but all of this stuff is coming. Oh, well, this is coming out this next month. All right, so I'll test it. But the two things that I ordered aren't coming out till next year. So I'm really, I don't really mind hitting that, hitting that pre-order button because if things change and I really don't want them, this one sounds interesting too. 1967, a young Japanese man is thinking about the future. On one side of the water, the war is raging in Vietnam. Far away from the other side, the Apollo project I just met with a disaster. That already sounds good. That interests me. Let's get back to the questions. Thank you for asking so many questions, Anas, and you're welcome for the recommendations anytime. Yeah, old manga does often feel cheesy, but you can feel the soul. That's true. I have tried Witch Hunter. I have the first English omnibus. I did enjoy it. I did really like the power system. I really, really enjoyed that. And I've been trying to read it online, but I can never get myself to. I just need to go ahead and buy a couple more. Give me your pre-order list, man. What do you think about Hakumi and Miyokuchi? Thinking of picking it up. I've never heard of that. So I'll look that up right now. But before I look that up, there was another series right here on the bottom that I wanted to click on. Wandering Island Volume 2. So where's Volume 1? Oh, damn. What the heck are these release cycles? Oh, that sounds actually really interesting. I know I should never say look at the reviews, but oh, look at that Studio Ghibli like feel. But I had to because it's out of print. 23 used but very good. Let's add that to the cart. I'll pick it up next time. So let's look up the series that I didn't know. That was 3 minutes ago. I'm sorry for barely getting to your question. Oh, my hand. I'm on my laptop right now, so my hand keeps going on the trackpad by accident. Okay. There it is. It is a real series. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh my god, you might make me buy this. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, that $4 coupon though. That looks so beautiful. Yen press. Ugh, a yen press title. It looks really good though. I'm gonna add it to my cart and I'll debate it. I'm gonna do another a manga haul November. I'm gonna make my order like around November 8th or November 10th because quick, quick. Toaster Cat pro tip. Toaster Cat pro tip. Toaster Cat pro tip. Amazon credit card. Not sponsored by Amazon in any way. Let's just find an image before I give you this Amazon pro tip. This is the Amazon pro tip I have. This is the Amazon card I use on a daily basis. I do use a credit card, but people, if you are young or if you are my age or older than me, credit cards should never be used as anything other than what they are. They are a debit card. Use it as a debit card. If you use it as a debit card, you will be perfectly fine. I use this card. I pay for everything with this card. At the end of the month, I get my bank card. I get my bank. It's connected to this. I pay it off because if you don't, you get interest rates up the ass, and that's how you find out people get in debt is they don't pay off their card or they can't pay off their card and they get into this perpetual loop of just adding on more debt to their card. But with this Amazon Prime card, every single month I get like a free $20 to be spent on Amazon every single month from just using the card, because obviously how they make money, guys, is not everyone does this. That's why you hear stories of people in huge credit card debt is because they don't pay off their card and they use it like dumbasses. These companies shouldn't be allowed to give you as much money as they have. I think on my Amazon card I can spend like 8 grand. I'm not gonna spend 8 grand. You're fucking kidding me. But people do, and then they can't afford to pay it off and they get fucked. But if you use it smart, like what I'm doing, I'm essentially getting free $20 every month. So when I make my Amazon orders, like my cart will usually be like right now it's already at $33, but at the end of the day, my cart's gonna be like $60. I plug in those free $20. We're looking at $40. We're good. We're Gucci. We go on our way. So let's go back to the comments. Amanon is love. Did I just pre-ordered it, right? That was the one I ordered. Let's go to my orders. I'm not scared to click any of these orders because I don't have anything frisky going on here, guys. We just have manga. There's nothing going on. Don't have any Alex Jones supplements. So I pre-ordered all this stuff right now. Volume 1 is out of print. Burn the Witch. I read the first chapter just because I was curious, and it's not for me. It's not for me. Definitely not for me. So I just stopped there. Dark Horse is being Dark Horse. Yeah, you know another series, guys? Oh, okay. There's quite a is Yen Press paper bad? I wouldn't say no, it's not bad. It's good quality. It's the prices. The prices aren't insane. Insanely expensive. Well, it's everything's bad in comparison. So no, it's good, but when you compare it to like Gundam the Origin, it's bad. But for normality sake, for what these corporations use, it's good. It's good quality. Oh, it's Apple Black. That's why it didn't pop up. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Apple Jacks, dude. Come on. That's what we're talking about, right? I heard about it. I saw him do YouTube videos about it, and it looks really well, just from that picture, it reminds me of Genos. But the style, like the format, like this right here, it reminds me of One Punch Man. Yeah, it reminds me of One Punch Man a lot, which is a good thing. What's this? Looks cool. Yeah, especially with how Kubo ended Bleach, I don't think I am hopping on that wagon once again. I think I am done with the man. Sometimes in life, guys, you have to, this man's been abusing you for long periods of time, fucking with your psyche. You're done. Kane comes back. I'm a new guy. I'm new job, new life. It's new me. New year, new me. No, I'm done with you. You're not gonna change. You're just gonna repeat it. History repeats itself. So I'm done with Tite Kubo. Shit. I'm bad with mangaka names, so let's look it up, and I will answer if I have. Oh, this is actually in my shopping cart. The History of Japan. I want to. I really want to. This is right down my alley. This is in my I have so much stuff in my to buy. Oh, this is something I actually really need to buy. It's really cheap right now. We're gonna have to go really down. Oh, right here, History of Japan, but hasn't really made it up the list yet. I still need to buy this too. But more importantly, this looks really cool. How long is it? 432 pages, $22. It's a bit steep for me, but it does look really interesting. Date, thank you so much for binge watching my videos. It makes me feel really good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, good morning. Saigami. But we should, before I forget his name, I'm going to add it to my manga priorities to look into. Look into. It's only 3 or 4 volumes. That's not too bad then. Oh, wrong one. Because they're pretty expensive, but if it's only 4 volumes, it's not a big deal. Oh, look, this one is cheaper. The Birth of Kitaro. How long is it? Looks funny. Oh, this is so cool. If I do like him and I do like this series, it looks like it's gonna be all like a similar font and like display size, so they look really good next to each other. Yeah, TJ Kubo doesn't give a damn about, but yeah, it probably has more to do with just the environment of Shonen Jump. I think that just that environment, the weekly environment, has to be toxic. It has to be. We've seen so many people talk about injuries and stress and having to come out with this and whatnot and feeling like you're in a box. But yeah, it's not good. It is not good. I don't think Shonen Jump Weekly is good for anyone. Maybe only Oda. Oda's like the only guy that can do it, but it's inhumane. So out of all of them, this one probably has my favorite artwork, so I'll add it to the cart. A random thing that's in my cart, guys. I have, I'm a huge fan of card games, so I have the first volume of Card Fight Vanguard, simply because I heard the anime was really good, like considering for being like a card game anime. So I was like, I'll read the manga because I do like card. I'm a nerd for card games, so as it is, like, it doesn't really have to be very really good for me to like it. It's just a card game, probably gonna like it. Dragon Quest. Kitaro can be, yeah. The Birth of Guitar. Oh, okay. This is all a series, but is it Oh, it's the second and seven. Okay, okay, okay. Because it doesn't have a number, so I was gonna be like, how do I go around reading this? But it says second, so I'm assuming this is the first. Okay, cool. So I thought these were all like short stories, and it was all done in the same format, but I'm assuming it revolve around this kid. D&D. I played D&D with my friends back in high school, but it's fun. It's just I just don't have a consistent. For that, you need a consistent group to play with. Hakumi. Hakumi. Oh, we talked about this one already. I haven't read it. It looks really, 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 really cute, and I really like the art style. I'm not a lowly or anything, or like I'm not saying it in a way that I'm attracted to any of these, characters, any of these fictional characters. I just feel like nowadays you have to preface that, like, guys, I am not sexually aroused by these. I just think it's cute, cutesy. I really like the colors. I really like the theme and like the how they're dressed and everything. So I thought I'd look into it. Yeah, I'd rather have a monthly series overall. Because as it is, if you have a monthly series, the chapter length is longer, the quality is improved because they have more time to flesh it out. And you know, there's so many good series that are monthly that show that it's a good way of doing it. Vinland Saga is monthly. World Trigger is now going to be monthly, which I think is the right step to go. I believe Hunter x Hunter should be monthly with all those hiatuses. You should really fucking just do it monthly. You know, you're gonna be back and do one volume. Just do it monthly so we can have consistency. Do y'all know more or less what type of deals during right stuff? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I think you commented this on one of my videos, and I saw it and I was gonna reply, but I think like my phone died or something. Yes, I plan on reading Gintama. I'll get back to you. Back to Gintama right now. Let me answer G Suave because I didn't do it in the comment. When Right Stuff does these deals, I can't go on Right Stuff right now because I think the site is down or it's down for me. It's not working for some reason, but everything else is working, so that means it's not me. So it just does this never ending. Okay, no, even here, it's just gonna keep loading. It's not gonna work. But when they do these Black Friday and Christmas deals, what they usually do is they get like a series like My Hero Academia or anything like that, and they do bundles and they sell the bundles. So they'll do like volumes 1 to 5 of My Hero Academia, $25, and then they'll do 6 to 10, $25, and repeat the process till you get to the end. So they're really good deals. Usually they'll sell volumes of manga for like $5, sometimes even low, even cheaper. But a lot of the times it's just a lot of different series. Like when I got my Blue Exorcist volumes like years ago, I got it on a Christmas sale, and it was I think I got like the first 10 volumes for like uh $50. Pretty good deals. Oh my god. I know. I need to end this. I just keep talking. So I need to go. I didn't think we were gonna go for 2 hours. I'm crazy. Gintama. I plan on reading it soon. I'm very, very sad that the English publication of the series did not continue. If not, I would be reading it right now and I would be collecting it. But that is not the case, and I will read it. I think I'm just gonna wait because I know it's ending soonish, right? It's being switched to monthly, and from there, I think they're gonna do like 5 more chapters. So maybe I should just wait till it ends and then read it all and be happy. No, no, it's cool, perfectly fine. I forgot to comment back for some reason. Yeah, Vinland Saga's chapters have been really short lately. Sucks. Yeah, save up your money, guys. Don't buy manga right now. Wait for the Black Friday and the Christmas sales. On that note, I'm about to hit 2 hours as I have just been informed, so I need to get the fuck out of here. I didn't notice it was that late. Thank you guys for being here, and yeah, it's been great. It's about to hit 2 hours. This is fucking crazy. I have 2 notifications. Damn. No, I would even if they did omnibuses, I would still buy them. Sorry for giving me the. No, dude, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. I'm very happy that there's like 15 people in here at all times. That's crazy in my mind. I think that is insane to have that many people still in here talking about random stuff. Thank you guys so much. Bye. These are very interactive. Thank you, thank you. So we're just gonna stay on here for one more minute just to hit that 2 hour exact mark. But other than that, if there's any last questions you guys want before I go, I will be back in a week and a half of making videos again. So expect more videos then. You guys all have a great night. Thank you. You have a great night as well. I do have a quick plug. Quick plug. I have that fucking giveaway. So if you want to win Volume 1 of Promised Neverland, go right here and comment down below who your favorite manga YouTuber is, and then you'll be entered there. And if you have the time, please go check out my friend's channel. We did a video together. I'll have some new. I think that's a new comment that I haven't seen, so I need to go take care of that. See you guys. If you do have time before you leave, this is my friend's channel. So 30 subscribers now. We did a video together. If you guys can go watch it, and we're actually doing a giveaway on that channel as well. The same thing, a Promised Neverland. So if you want to up your chances to win twice, fucking what am I, twice? Do what's the fucking word? I'm brain farting right now. But if you want the chance to win, double your odds. There you go, double your odds. Go comment on that video, watch it, comment it, and tell us your favorite My Hero Academia character. So let's go to the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys have a great day. Wait. Okay. I thought we went on live. There's the link. If you guys can click on that, go watch it. You guys have a great night. We're at 2 hours now. Take care. Later, guys.